First of all, my understanding of Theology of Enough is shaped by the experience of God leading the Israelites out of Egypt. God gave them enough substance for each day. They weren't supposed to collect an abundance, but to have enough nourishment to carry them through each day's journey and just trust God that the rest will be there for the next day. So my understanding of enough is that we look at our own resources of what we have, and we ensure that anything beyond what we need can be available to be shared with others who are living in need. It is about inviting people to see that God has given all of us enough to live on when we use the attitude of sharing, that we are, especially in the United Methodist Church, when we think of ourselves as connectional people, what does it mean for me to have excess and then my sister and brother have need? Well, to me that means I take what I've accumulated in my own American kind of way and I unleash it to God to be used so that everyone gets enough. I see that with food, I see that with water, I see that with mosquito nets. We all, in the midst of this economic crisis, we can't buy a full tank of gas for $20. But for $20, we can buy a net and we can deliver the net to a family of 4 or 5 kids and save a life, which is more important. You know, to me, that's what the Theology of Enough is all about.
Now,
but I'm also primarily a citizen of two worlds, the world that we encounter every day, and I am called to be a citizen of God's world and to live in God's economics. And in God's economics, what I realize is that we actually have enough so that no one needs to be without. When I think about how much food we throw away, go to a restaurant, order almost any meal, and they'll give you too much. They'll give you more than you need. What if you were using that same amount of money to buy groceries at home? Would you have enough to share with a neighbor next door? So the good news about being a capitalist is that we have things available to us. The reality is not about how much money we earn, it's about how we steward over the money that has been entrusted to us. And so I want to say thank God for the wealth that we all experience here, even in the midst of our need. Okay? If we have a car, we have something that most of the world doesn't have, you know. If we're blessed right now to actually live in a 3 to 4 bedroom home, that's more than most of the known world has right now. And so if I have these gifts, I also have the responsibility to look around and see, hey, if God has blessed me to be an American citizen, if God has blessed me to have a pension plan, even though it's declining, and God has blessed me with a church that provides my every need. My church, you know, the United Methodist Church, as an elder, buys my clothes, buys my car, buys my food. When they pay my salary, I have to say thank you, God, for putting me in this position so I can turn around and bless somebody else. So we can be the example of good capitalism working to set other people free.